Now one more question. The angle of depression of the top and bottom of an 8-meter tall building from the top of a multi-storied building are 30 and 45 degree respectively. Find the height of the multi-storied building and distance between the two buildings. So one building is a multi-storied building, say this one. The angle of depression, it means the eye level is here, most important point, because angle of depression. So the angle of depression of the top and bottom of an 8-meter tall building is here, and its height is only 8 meters. First angle, the depression to the top, this one is given to you 30 degree. So we have to make the 30 degree here as well as here. Angle of depression, the first angle. And to the bottom, this one is 45 degree. This angle is 45, this one is also 45. Always, whenever it is a question based on depression, always make this dotted line very important. It means it is very clear that your eye level is here. So this building is 8 meter high, but we have to calculate the height of the multi-storied building. So when we complete this rectangle, this one is nothing but 8 meter. So remaining part, we have to calculate only h, that is this small part. So how we calculate this h? But we have no idea about the base. So first we assume that suppose the base equals to x meters. So first we start how to calculate x. So h plus 8, this is perpendicular, divide by base equals to 10, 45 in this bigger triangle. H plus 8 equals to, this is 1, and hence h plus 8 is nothing but x. This is equation number 1. Correct. Now second equation, h upon x equals to, in this triangle, tan 30. Tan 30 means 1 by root 3. That is h equals to x divided by root 3. The value of x we can shift from first to second. फर्स्ट में से हम x की वैल्यू को सेकंड में शिफ्ट कर देंगे. सो h इक्वल्स टू x की जगह h प्लस 8 डिवाइड बाय रूट 3. Now cross multiply and get the final answer. Root 3h minus h equals to 8. So h is common and root 3 minus 1 equals to 8. Hence h equals to 8 divided by root 3 minus 1. The important point is, don't leave your answer with the irrational number in the denominator. You have to rationalize, as you know from your class 9th. This becomes root 3 minus 1 and root 3 plus 1, that is a square minus b square. 3 minus 1, 2. 2, it means it becomes 4. So final answer 4 into root 3 plus 1 meters. This question Correct. Is, an observer 1.7 meter tall. Suppose the height of the observer 1.7 meter here is 30.3 meter away. This distance is 30.3 meter away from a tower. This is the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower from her eye is 45 degree. Eye level is here and angle is elevation 45 degree. So we join it. This angle is 45 degree. Find the height of the tower. Now you see that 1.7 is already with us, because if this one is 1.7, this one is also 1.7. So remaining height is h. This 30.3. So again this one is also 30.3. Now simple, we have to calculate h using the above triangle. So very simple, h divided by 30.3 meters is nothing but perpendicular by base, that is tan 45. And tan 45 you know. So h equals to 30.3 meters. So the total height equals to 30.3 plus 1.7. What we are getting, 31 and 32 meters. is the answer. In this simple way, we can solve it and get the final answer. So, one more question. From a point on a bridge across a river, the angles of depression of the banks on opposite side of the river are 30 and 45 degree respectively. If bridge is at a height of 3 meters from the bank, find the width of the river. So, suppose this one is the bridge of height 3 meters. So from a point on a bridge, this point, across a river, the angles of depression of the banks on opposite side of the bridge. Suppose one point is here, another point is here. Angle of depression. Whenever angle of depression, always you have to put this dotted line. One angle is 45 degree and another angle is 30 degree. So by the simple alternate angle system, this one is 45, this one is also 30. We want to calculate the width of the river, that is this x, suppose this one is suppose y. You have to calculate x plus y. So first we'll start from the first triangle. X is the base, divide by perpendicular. So base divided by perpendicular, this time cot 45, that is 1. So x equals to 3 meters. Correct. Now in the second triangle, the same type, y divided by 3, but this time tan 30. This is 1 by root 3. So y equals to 3 by root 3, that is only root 3. So y x it means the width of the river. Width of the river equals to x plus y. So 3 plus root 3. 3 plus 1.732, that is 4.732 is. Now the second part of the applications of trigonometry. Few more problems for the revision. Question number 1. The shadow of a flagstaff is 3 times as long as the shadow of a flagstaff when the sun rays meet the ground at an angle of 60 degree. Find the angle between the sun rays and the ground at the time of longer shadow. So diagram is like this. First, the shadow always on the ground. So this is the first time when the angle is 60 degree. When the angle is 60 degree, the shadow is here, say x. But after some time, what the question says, the shadow of the flagstaff is 3 times that of the previously. So initial shadow length x, but now this time the shadow's length is 3x. इसमें बच्चे क्या गलती करते हैं, वो 3x को ये ले लेते हैं. शैडो कभी भी होती है तो कहाँ से होती है, फुट से होती है. आप चल रहे हो तो आपकी शैडो क्या होगी, ये होगी या ये पूरी होगी. सो शैडो इज x and now it is 3x. So read the question again. The shadow of a flagstaff is 3 times as long as the shadow of the flagstaff when the sun rays meet the ground at an angle of 60 degree. Find the angle. This time the question is very typical and we have to calculate theta. Find the angle between the sun rays and the ground at the time of longer shadow. So how we solve this type of question? Suppose the height of the tower is suppose h. So what we write, h divided by x equals to tan 60, that is root 3. Correct. And secondly, h divided by 3x equals to tan theta, which is unknown. We have to calculate. So when you divide these two, what you are getting, h and h cancel out. This is 3x upon x equals to root 3 divided by tan theta. Now you see that x and x cancel out and we have tan theta equals to root 3 by 3, that is 1 by root 3. Now you know the value of tan theta. 1 by root 3 comes only when theta is 30 degree. Hence the second type, this angle is 30 degree, then only the shadow will be 3 times. What a good question. Okay, now the question number 2. The angle of elevation of an aeroplane from a point on the ground is 45 degree. So the angle of elevation of an aeroplane from a point on the ground is 45 degree. This is suppose aeroplane and angle 45 degree. The angle of elevation of an aeroplane from a point on the ground is 45 degree. After a flight of 15 seconds, the elevation changes to 30 degree. Now, flight of 15 seconds, height is the same, but the angle is now changes to 30 degree. क्यों? जितना हम दूर जाते जाएंगे एंगल छोटा होता जाएगा. अब चाहे तो हम दूर जाएं और चाहे हमसे ऑब्जेक्ट दूर जाए, बात बराबर है. तो ऑब्जेक्ट हमसे दूर चला गया, इसलिए एंगल क्या हो गया? छोटा हो गया. दैट इज 30 डिग्री. The elevation changes to 30 degree if the aeroplane is flying at a constant height of 3000. This height is 3000 meters. Find the speed of the aeroplane. We want to calculate in 15 seconds. What about the distance traveled by the aeroplane? Very good question. बहुत बार boards में आ चुका है. So how we solve this sum? See, the first triangle 3000, suppose it is x and suppose it is y. So first we start 3000 upon x. 3000 upon x, perpendicular upon base. This angle is tan 45 and tan 45 is 1, so x equals to 3000 meters. First thing, x equals to 3000 meters. Now tell me, when x we know, we can calculate y also, because this height is again 3000. So again 3000 divided by y plus x. Y plus x is already with us, equals to tan, this time 30 degree, and tan 30 you know 1 by root 3. So 3000 root 3, cross multiply y plus 3000. Hence y equals to, shift to this side, 3000 bracket root 3 minus 1 is the total distance traveled, this one. If you solve it, 3000 into 1.732 minus 1, that is 0.732 meters. This is the value of y. Now this distance traveled in 15 seconds. So you know speed equals to distance divided by time. Meter per second. So if you solve it, what we'll get? 200 into 0.732 meter per second. Calculation, you can solve it very easily and find the final answer, speed of the aeroplane in meter per second. Correct. Now the next sum. One more question. At a point on the ground, distant 15 meters from its foot, the angle of elevation of the top of the first story of a building is 30 degree. How high its second story will be if the angle of elevation of the top of the second story at the same point is 45 degree. So first we start with the diagram. How we draw the diagram? So read the question carefully. At a point on the ground, distance 15 meters from its foot. 15 meters from its foot. The angle of elevation of the top of the first story of a building is 30 degree. This angle is 30 degree. Correct? How high its second story will be if the angle of elevation, second story is here, and the angle is now 45 degree. The second angle is 45 degree. This is second story, this is first story. Now we have to calculate the height of the second story. It means first we have to start from the first story. First story means, say, first story divided by 15 meters equals to 1030, and 1030 you know 1 by root 3. So I equals to, or first story equals to 15 divided by root 3. Rationalize it. You are getting 5 root 3 meters is the height of the first story. Now secondly, this second plus first divided by 15 meters is nothing but 1045, and 1045 is nothing but 1. That's why second plus first means 5 root 3 equals to 15. Hence second story is nothing but 15 minus 5 root 3 meters. What a good question. Height of the second story is 15 minus 5 root 3, and you can calculate 5 root 3 very easily. 5 into 1.732.